spot, but yeah, we're in.
Right. We're live. Thanks for coming back in, my friend. Welcome back to MVP Fishing. Appreciate you guys coming in. Happy, I don't know what day it is, but hope you guys enjoy the show. Yeah, it's hot out here, folks. It's hot. What can I say, but dang, it's hot. Going up into the upper 90s again today. Just about to push 100 again. Back there, down on the river, down by the yards in St. Louis. You guys enjoy the show today. I might pull the camera in a little bit closer today. I don't know. We'll see how the action's doing. Tell you what, let me get these rods out and I will get to that chat. Welcome back to MBP Fishing. Welcome back to our channel. Yes, this is our channel. You guys are having an awesome day. Whew. It's hot. Pouring down sweat. She's hot, folks. I'm not sure about the camera in here. I try to keep her back a little bit because, you know, that one rock face right in front of us is like 3 feet. It does not like to come in. Yeah, that camera is just so far back. I don't know. I'll figure it out here. Got about another 30 night crawlers, another 40 smaller worms. Hopefully that's enough to catch some fish down here for you guys today. Get these rods up. Get to that chat. Picking through all my big night crawlers are right at the pretty top. She's about 92 already, folks. She's steadily going up. Humidity's not great either today. Not a lot of wind back in our little cubby hole spot. A lot of wind up there, but not up here, not down here. Once it is a little bit cooler, look at all the little babies fry, man. Jeez, there's like thousands, 1,000 little babies fry swimming by here. What are those? They look like little baby grass carp. Like tiny little freaking Jesus, they're small. I was able to keep our Mad Cat series rod working, folks. I had to switch up the reel, I'm afraid. My spinning combo, it needs sail broke on her, so I had to put a bait caster on there. Not quite as big as I'd like to have on this reel. Got 20-pound test on her. Hopefully that'll be good enough. That's right. Got a little muck on there. Sorry about a little bit of a slow beginning, folks. But I'm sure everything will pick up here momentarily. Yeah, seeing some nice big old grassies hitting the surface out here. A couple of commons over here doing backflips. Love this heat, folks. We don't like it so much, but they love it. Especially down here on this river. This is a really, really cold river, so it takes a lot to heat this sucker up. This amount of water moving through her, it takes a lot. See if I can even cast this. Yikes. Yep. She needs a little work still. But casting was about where I wanted her. We got one rod there, one rod in the middle here, and it's immediately shallow. And we're going to put one rod out here, the big one. Let's bite on one. Bite on one rod. Right, you guys a good angle, rods, line. Those are trails are going again. These little $10 rod and reel combos. They're good, they just don't last forever, I'm afraid. I'm trying to get this other rod out here in the gap right now. This is going to be our little, our 1 ounce right here, a little bit deeper. I wasn't sure about casting the big rod with the that bait caster on there yet. I have to get a little bit more fun cut. that the way that reel works again. That's a weird for a reel. I've had that one for years. Sometimes it acts up, sometimes it doesn't. We're gonna find out if there's any big old fishies sitting out here today. You guys enjoy the show today, and I hope I can catch some for you guys. We got a tree over our head, so that's gonna be good. That's up there quite a bit further than either other rod. Either rod. That can be sat right there. All right, all three rods are out. I have to check this one. Let's pick up the top. Made off. Got an end of the worm though. Let's bite on that one. Man. That was popping on pretty good out there, wasn't it? There's another big one just hit the surface out there. I'm not sure what that was. It's still hitting on it too. Oh my God, hit it. Yeah, threw a handful of corn in here. Hopefully that'll get these guys feeding up. Not much corn. I didn't have much left from our last trip. I'm going to come through and check that gap, folks. Give these guys a minute or so. Might turn off already. It's the only spot down here on this entire shoreline at this time of the day that's still hitting it. I had to try to set the hook on that one. Yeah, with another rod. But, that was still a bite out there. Put on quite as much worm this time. I was hoping there was a big blue sitting out there. Sometimes they'll be sitting in here where current's not ripping quite as much today. Back here at least. Alright, here we are, folks. Here we are. Yeah, we're backed up quite a bit, aren't we? Monster, what's going on? How you doing today, Monster? Monster says it feels like 104. Yes, sir. It's pretty hot, Monster. See, Monster with the fire emojis. And Lisa, what's going on? How you doing today, Lisa? Lisa says, hey, you. How you doing, Lisa? See, Monster says, yep, super hot. That's a pretty good terminology for what it is right now. And Dorothy, what's going on? How you doing today, Dorothy? Dorothy says, hello, Mike. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. One of the few spots in the entire city I can get a little bit of relief from the heat down here. See, Lisa says we will miss the hot days like when winter makes it. Not these particular hot days. I don't mind it 95 degrees outside as long as the humidity is a little low. But yeah, this stuff is pretty yucky. See, Honeycut, what's going on? How you doing today, Honeycut? Honeycut says hi. Adrian, how you doing today, Adrian? Adrian says MVP Fishing. Adrian says Monster. Adrian says Dorothy. Adrian says Honeycut. And Ray, how you doing, my friend? Ray says MVP. Good afternoon, buddy. It's still morning here for another hour and 15 minutes, but good afternoon to you too, my friend. See, Dorothy says Adrian. See, 16 incredible people in and 9 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. guys enjoy the show today. That's right on that one. I saw that pop. Just give us a chance, folks. I'm sure we'll. These big old grassies are down here, so I think we're gonna catch some today. Yeah, there's a little mucky mud down here. I'm afraid I have to kind of move things around. I gotta figure out a place to put this stuff. Pop. Terry, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Grace is the Fisher King. Montana, how you doing today, Montana? Montana says hi. Montana says hi again. Yep, it's hot, folks. On that one too. Oh man, how did I miss that? That's not pretty good. Must have just had the end of the worm in his mouth. That was a better bite. That was hitting on it pretty good that one. I might have to try that time. That's not me. Oh, that was. We got 3 rods out here, folks. Trying to see if we can catch some fish for you guys. Out in the heat down in the mighty muddy Mississippi River. I caught a worm. This thing went down before I could find it again. Okay, we'll find it. I see him. I see him, folks. I think we keep things very, very, very lightly, but you never know what these guys are down here. Could be a big old buffalo, could be a common carp, grass carp, who knows? Back out, knock the bucket over. Yeah, we're still trying to figure this out, folks. This bank is muddy. I had to throw a bunch of rocks down here to be able to even stand up. We're down about 8 or 10 more inches from our previous trip, so water's going down fast, folks. Yeah, I'm just dripping sweat right now, folks. Shirt's about soaked. I don't have to get that line left. Yeah, almost out of. Oh, man, you're good for doing that. Come on. I know I just cut a night crawler in half. Where's that one? Like right there, so we gotta make sure this one is. Yeah, well, this reel is gonna need some work, unfortunately. I haven't had her on a mothball for a while. It's a pretty stout reel, though. I think she'll do. Says Adrian. Terry says, says hi, and Terry says they bite much. We're getting bites. It's just I'm not sure what they are yet. I think they're buffalo. They're biting completely different than our last trip down here. These guys seem to be grabbing onto that bait and just continuously wobbling on it. Those blue cattle smack it hard. Like ping ping, and then they'll ping ping again, and ping ping again. These guys seem to be like, oh, that is going to be interesting. What am I going to do with this? Man, they're chewing out of worms out there. I put another worm on there and they got that new worm off and they left the old one on. Everywhere I want to put my bucket is going to fall over. You guys know you're out here. You know you're out here. This is a big reel, a rod for this reel. I did put quite a good amount of line on it, but I'm not sure if it's enough. Not actually all that bad. It's just, I don't know. I'm working on it, folks. This is I've been on it a day or so. This heat is so bad. I'm gonna take it out of here as long as I can for you guys. This really hot stuff. I just stripped it all the way down. It'd be fine. I mean, if that was the only rod out here. It's not. I'd like to be down there and cast it over there, but man, that rock's just too bad over there. I got right to the edge here to where I can fish. Where'd that rock go there? Oh man, the rock over here. Oh, check that out. Something right there by the bank. I'm sure that was a gar or something. He's in those in there eating those eating the frog. This is way too tight. I'm gonna have to. Wow, one of the reasons why it's pretty bad. You clicking on it? Click. Snickers? That was acting like a little blue one, I'm not sure. Yeah, this stupid reel is gonna do that, folks, until I get her. Yes, locked up tight. Yeah, our our big Shakespeare open face reel kind of messed up on me, so I had to switch her to a bait caster. This rod is actually designed for. It actually didn't feel that small. Did you look it? I don't think so. That's just a weight. Drag as well. What should I do with this? These guys are gonna tear my worms to pieces out here. There might be 50 of them out here, I don't know. First things first, let me make sure this one's cast out right. I do apologize for this reel, the noise it makes. One of the reasons why I don't use her much. I greased her and oiled this reel up for a month, and still it's doing that. I don't know why it was doing that too. Right on that. Come on, folks. Fish on. Yeah, it's not too bad, whatever it is. Fish on, folks. What do we got? Hey, our first drum bud of the day. Yeah, it's nice battle on our 6 pound test. Big guy. Hey, about a pound and a half. Awesome. First fish of the day, folks. Cool guy. Maybe these guys are in shallow. Our first fish of the day. Beautiful freshwater drum. Dude, give me a break. Yeah, he's a little bit too big to use for cut bait, so we're gonna let this one go. Cool guy, folks. Awesome first fish. I love it, my friends. Man, you are like, seriously, what did you eat? Your Wheaties or something this morning? That's extra protein. Stop. So, folks, man, he smells like shad, too. He's a little bit too big to use for cut bait. That's starting to get keeper size, so I'm not going to keep a fish for cut bait that I can probably take home to eat if I wanted to. Awesome first fish, my friends. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, buddy. Get the hook out of you. Get you back in the water. Doing drum thing. Whatever drum do. I assume they play the drums. Yeah, they're musicians. That's what I think. All right, folks. No muss, no fuss, no blood. Everybody, wait. Everybody. Thank you. Appreciated. All right. I feel better now, folks. Oh, dang it, wake up. Yeah, they're a little sensitive in they gotta get in a good bath. Wake up, dummy. Wake up. Wake up. Ah. Yeah, sometimes they can be a little shocked. Mama. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, they're like trout. Sometimes they'll go belly up for a moment. Don't know why. All right. I don't big mad cats in your rod. Popped it a couple times. Hey, well, let me get these rods back out and I'll come check that chat, okay, folks? You guys are enjoying the show today. Hanging on pretty good. I'm taking these night rolls and I'm cutting them in half, but I'll keep mine that are half when I put it in there. Every time I put up, I'm like a little chunk of worm in there. Here. That's a new night roll. I just cut one in half and put it in there. One of them days. I forgot to buy bait for the tripod. I had to improvise. Strap you guys down. I got 3 or 4 chunks of worm in here. I got to find some. They usually sit right on top. They're digging right back down. Yeah, I'm sorry about the sound of this reel makes. Rods are back out. Rod 3. Let's get our final one out. Get out of the rock. Get out of the rock. Right. Fight. Back in the chat with you guys. Alright, see what's going on. Hi. Jerry says, they biting much. Yes, sir, they're hitting pretty good right now. It's just hooking these little stinkers. And text in what's going on. Hello, Texas says, hello, Mike. Have a blessed day. Thank you, my friend. A blessed day to you too, my friend. Welcome, everyone. Please like and subscribe and share. And Abby, how you doing today, Abby? Abby says good luck. And Care Bear, how you doing today, Care Bear? Care Bear says hi. Abby says I'm doing good. Great to hear, my friend. See, Abby says one clear fish. Abby says hey, Care Bear. Care Bear says Abby. See, and Bambi, how you doing today, Bambi? Bambi's 410. Let's go. Gotta love it. Got some stuff to do. Be right back. I came in to drop a like. In the perfect timing. Yes, sir. Let's see, Ricky, how you doing today? Ricky Bobby says Abby. And Tom, how you doing today, Tom? Tom says hi. And Al, how you doing today, Al? Al says that could be my backyard. And we're down here on the mighty, muddy Mississippi River, my friend, down in St. Louis, Missouri. Well, I'd love to live in your backyard. That's the main turn over there. This is the back turn. It sweeps around this corner. Gotta keep wiping the sweat off my brow. Bites on both of these rods. But this one is hanging on it pretty good out there right now. See, 40 incredible people, man. And 20 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Come on, buddy. Yeah, they're bouncing both of these rods. Those suckers to hit all the way. Fortunately, I'm not sure about keeping the Nightcrawler out there deeper. These little stickers just tearing me to pieces. Tearing my worms up fast. Sometimes these guys can be in shallower than deep. These grass carp and stuff, they come in rather shallow sometimes. Oh, isn't it amazing how that line will go through the rock, and through the rock, and through the rock, and it'll pin? Look at that. How the heck did that do that? Through the rock. Look at that. Over on me. Yeah, I need to work on this a little bit. I'm getting pulverized out there too, so when you make the bait for there. One of the problems with fishing in full proximity like this is you're going to see lines wrapping around one another. And they're just brutalizing that worm out there too. Smaller hooks, so I can hook them on this one. On that big one, I'm not sure if I can hook it. The sea can get you frustrated, folks. It can. You get something in these ranges, you just get agitated a little. It's just a tiny bit easier. I try to stay positive when I'm out here, folks. I do. Fish on. We got here our second freshwater drum. That is about bait size, folks. Still a little early in the day. I think I'll throw this one back as well. That's our second freshwater drum of the day, folks. Number 2. A little bit smaller than our last one. That's about bait size, but still a little bit early in the day for cutting that cut bait. And that's got a lamprey eel mark on it. It's healed up, but that was a lamp. Let me show you this, folks. Looks like a lamprey got this one at one time. Second fish of the day. That's about a ½ pound. Let me show you this, folks. Get her in here closer for you guys. See the side of that body right there? That little red mark? A lamprey got a hold of that at one time. Now the blue cat love to eat lampreys. It's the reason why you don't get many of them down here. Because those blues and those flatheads, they tear them to pieces. See what? I might keep this one for cut bait. Let's see how I can get the hook out of him. Now. Yeah, I probably have to keep this one for cut bait anyway. She got it down a little deep. Oh, we don't have to worry about missing bait. Yeah, I'll keep that one for cut bait. Yeah, that one can go underneath the rock over here. That way the snakies don't get it. Yeah, that one's gonna be kept for cut bait, folks. So that's rare to get one hook like that. I usually don't get drums with all the hook on me, but that one did. Wow, folks, it is hot. It's just a few degrees warmer cooler down here than down in the city. It's the reason why I'm down here fishing. If you get down here before noon, you're usually okay. Now, if you try to get down here around noon, you're going to fight through the heat to get to this location. But it's interesting down here. Got plenty of worms. Just like a keep a little stickers out. You guys know if you don't keep more soil than is required, they're going to die on you in these tents. Even then, they only got about 3.5, 4 hours out here before even they start going. I'll probably fish here for a couple of hours. Then kind of sit back a little bit. What the heck is that line doing that? Well, that line went slack over here. That bait's probably gone. I didn't see that line was slack. No, it wasn't. I cast this one in close before, so terrible cast. I see him hitting it. I see him hitting that rod. And the other rod too. Which one should I get? Whichever one pulls. I really should get this reel. Quick. Maybe that'll loosen her up some. Probably not. Over here. Come on, buddy. I know you're here. You're hitting. We gotta hook you guys up. All right, let's get back in that chat. See what's going on. And I freaking cheese. What did I do that for? All right, Care Bear says Abby. Abby says, let's go. All right, here we are. Abby says, awesome. See, Ricky Bobby says, deer flies were bad at the lake. How was that last night? Only thing you can do is build a fire. I know in the heat it's dumb, but it's the only thing that'll keep those flies away. This is perfect timing. Pop, pop, pop. See, Demitty, how you doing, Demitty? English if you can. If you can't, emojis are fine. But how you doing, and thanks for coming in. This says, well, it seems to be another great day to go fishing. If you can make it out here, get through the heat to your local river. Got him, folks. That's on our big rock. What we got? That's like pretty good. That's a nice freshwater drum. Our third freshwater drum of the day. That's bigger, folks. That's a nice one there. Ah, come here, big guy. Yeah, that's about 2.5 pounds. And we're getting up there now, folks. Now that's on our big Mad Cat series rod. Let's get it out. I pinched the barb slightly down on these hooks so that it helps to get them out. Yeah, don't hurt them as badly. Yeah, that's number 2, folks. Number 3, I mean. That's our second, a nice one, though. And I'll go about 2. Awesome third fish, folks. It looks like the drummer down here today. I'll take him, folks. Oh, dude. Come here, buddy. Quit it. Awesome third fish, folks. You guys are mean. Mean and tough. These are river drums, so these guys can take a lot. Awesome third fish, folks. All right, buddy. Get you back in the water. Cool guy. Gotta love it, my friend. Gotta love it. Hey, that's what you mean. I don't know what that from. Buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it. That was our big rod, so and it might be more out here than I think. And it's a hot one, so it is hot. You believe the amount of sweat pouring off my brow. Back. Got the chance to wash my hands up. Even after getting her dipped in the water. Yeah, that's the drinks. These oil was greased up. Unfortunately, I don't know what. I greased the oil with it. Oh, yeah. Good. Did a rocket away, and I thought I got snagged, man. But come on, Buckley. Come on, Buckley. Let's back out. Man, it is hot, folks. And the shade still hasn't quite sunk in over here. Fight on that rod. Got it in my eyes. Dang it. You do not want to get sweat in your eyes. Ow, 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 ow. Let's see, Pierre, what's going on? How you doing today, Pierre? Pierre says, hey, Tom. With the thumbs up. See, Tom says, Pierre, how's it going? Tom says, we never sleep. Here says, not a lot anyway. Little, oh, it's a big one. Little. UOS, how you doing, UOS? UOS says, howdy, Mike. Tom says, I got 3 or 4 hours a day. I get about 2.5, 3 myself. I don't know. All that. See, we got a fish. How you doing today? We got a fish. We got a fish says hi. What says howdy, everyone? It's Arnold. How you doing today, Arnold? Arnold says, how is everyone? How are you doing today, Mike Pro? Hot. It's hot. Sweating my dang butt off down here. Here says same here. Arnold says, Tom, bro, hey. Fisherman, how you doing, Fisherman? Fisherman says hi. Tom says, good day for fishing. Why would you walk on that? See, I'm gonna have to do something with this because he's not letting me lock onto anything. But Tot says ho. Pierce says yes, Tom. Arnold says Pierce. Pierce says Arnold. And John, how you doing today, my friend? John says, what you fishing for? With night crawlers, our sky's the limit down here on the Mississippi. Common species are freshwater drum, grass carp, buffalo, common carp, channel catfish, blue cat, flathead, freshwater, several types of sturgeon, stripers, and white bass, and a few skipjack mixed in. We must have crap on our screen. I'll just wipe it. Arnold says, I'm doing good, thanks. Appreciate that, my friend. I'm gonna have to back off of this and come right back. It's acting weird. Bite on the worm there again. Before we caught 3 freshwater drum. Man, I had that one. We got a gar, folks. Dang it. That was a big old gar. He was running in when I set the hook. Gummit. That was a big gar, folks. Let me get this rod back out. Man, that was about a 7 or 8 pound, looked like a long nose. All right, 37 incredible people on it, 34 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. You guys are enjoying the show today. And that was a big old gar, folks. That was a big one. He was running in when I set the hook. Still hitting on that one, too. Got him, folks. Got him. Top dog. Man, what are these guys? Shoot. Like another nice one. Yeah, there's some big ones over here, folks. I think I've got a very good potential. Not on our deep rod over here, but looks like they're in shallow today over here. In this location. Well, I got my big rod over here. I figured if I had a chance of getting a big one, I wanted to put my big rod at least where the fish were hitting. I've got 4. Rock. Real, it's not casting today. I have to work on it again. Turn the magnetics down completely. tight. That one's tight. All right, folks. All right, we had two on there. We had a big old gar and she pulled off, and then we had another one on. This is my backup account, folks. I like to put her in at least once a chat. There are some big gar hitting out here, folks. We're looking good, folks. There's a bite on one over here. Not small about. Got the hook, but I picked it up and she wasn't hitting it when I picked it up. So, yep, it is hot, folks. Supposed to get what, if not 100 degrees, very, very close today. I got sweat right my dang on. Ah. You know how that can be, folks. Get sweat in your eye, man. That stuff stinks. I love that one off here. Dang it. So what happened was that slid down and hit my rod. Thought it was a bite. Ended up with it. It's okay, I need to rebait her anyway. It looks like something raw. Got all 2 out of 3 rods out. I'm hitting so quickly. These don't look like the little baby blue cat we've been working with. These look like some drums, some big old brassies, and some common carp in here. Maybe even a few buffalo. I've seen a few of the fish that definitely look like buffalo. Instead of fighting this current, we're casting out relatively close to the bank, right on that break line. There's a current that goes this way, the main current, and then she'll back up this direction, and she'll come back again. And we're fishing that secondary break line. I'm on shade. You guys are in the shade. My numbnuts had to sit up in the dang sun. My dumb butt. All right, rods are back out, folks. Tom says, hello, everyone. Oh, hi, Michael. How's it going? I'm doing okay. Yeah, that's my backup account. It's Spawn. How you doing, Spawn? Spawn says hello, everyone. Hello from Hungary. Awesome, my friend. As you know, we're down in the mighty, muddy Mississippi. Tom says hi, Spawn. I'm not sure who that is, but Burra, how you doing, Burra? Burra says hi. Arnold says hey, Spawn. It says hey, Burra. Burra says, where are you? We're down on the mighty, muddy Mississippi, down in St. Louis, Missouri. Yep, if you go about a quarter of a mile in that direction, you will hit the arch in St. Louis. The temperature's about 95 degrees out here right now and going up. Already caught, I believe, was it 3 or 4? 1, 2, 3, yep, 4 freshwater drums so far. Says, what are you catching? A type of species called freshwater drum or sheephead. Come on. We also had a big gar up with the bank as well. Got him, folks. Got him. Back to 110. Another big gar. Whoa, buddy. Whoa. They like jumping, folks. They definitely like jumping. I got him in, folks. I don't know if I want him, but I got him. Man, these guys are mean. These are dinosaurs, folks. That is a, okay, what do we have here? This is a long-nosed gar. Yeah. Come on, quit it, buddy, quit it. Yeah, hopefully we can get the hook out of this guy quick. These guys can be dangerous. These guys, like, are nothing but solid teeth and armor plating. There we go, folks. That's our, we've got 4 freshwater drum, and this is our first gar. That's about 2.5 pounds. Check these guys out, folks, when I get them in here close. If I can stand up in the mud down here. Jeez. Look at this guy. Yeah, that is one mean fish. Don't get your hands in or near that fish's mouth. Man, unless you want to go to the emergency room with them picking out them teeth. Because them teeth will break off. Like, sheesh, dude. Ooh. Here, let me go, MVP. I will, dude. Just give me a minute. Like, no, let me go. Just take a minute, dude. Look at that guy. Ooh, that is such a mean fish. I've seen these guys grab onto something a quarter as big as they are and drag it to a watery grave. Look at the spots on the back of that tail, too. Awesome fish, folks. Gotta love it. Gotta love it, my friends. All right, buddy. Whoa, dude. If he sees the water, he wants back. All right, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, he wanted back, so I aimed her towards the water. Instead of him landing on the rocks, I make sure he gets to the water. Them guys are like armor plated. You can't cut them with a knife. I tried to clean them before, folks. You literally need like a saw to cut through the skin on the thing. What, folks, let me get this rod back out and I will check that chat, okay? You guys are enjoying the show today. Leave it to these fish to hit and it's freaking so hot you can barely even breathe. I don't even that rod, I saw that. Pretty good bite on that one. Yeah, I'll take it, folks. Big old gar and freshwater drum. That's a good day. These guys fight. He jumped twice. Imagine if I had that on like 8 or 10 pound test. It takes longer to usually get the bait on than it does to get a bite sometimes down here. This is a big hook, so I'm having to kind of work with the smaller worms. It works great for the bigger worms, but not great for the smaller ones. I don't think that's good. That'll do. Yeah, I'm sorry about the noise of reel, man. I've already doused the one. I'm gonna have to go home and grease her up. I had to bring that one out of mothballs. We our open face that goes on our big Mad Cat series rod that the bail broke on her, so I had to get that out of there. Man, these guys are carrying the worms off out there. I ain't seen a fight out there. Let me get these rods refreshed and everything, and I'll go back to that chat. Got plenty of worms in here. It's just don't think it. They all go down to the bottom. The heat is permeating from the rocks below, so they wind up roasting fast. trying to get a good camera angle for you guys today. Hopefully I got a good one. Yeah, that was me on that rod that time. I wasn't invited. Thanks. Yeah, that's got a bigger weight on her because when you get closer to that edge, you need a heavier weight to fight that current. Stuff down here, you don't really need a big weight to do that. This stuff isn't running as bad over here to the left. Once it gets past this point, it breaks up a little bit. Good. All right, back and check that chat, folks. Jordan, how you doing, Jordan? The water looks deep. It's about 7 or 8 feet here. It drops to about 15 to 20 right over here. So I'm fishing that ledge, right where she goes from shallow to deep. Now, right on the other side of that point, it goes from like 30 to 40 feet of water. That's the river channel. That's where the big barges go. Virus says, how much time do you have? I'm going to be fishing for quite a while. The city's like super hot right now, so the only place I can get even remotely out of the heat is down here on the river. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. We could use some clouds. Thank you. Let's see, Canadian, how you doing? Asus IMG. Terry, how you doing today, Terry? Terry says, Mr. MB, got one. Ian Frisco. Frisco says sick. Yeah, those gar are sick, my friend. Yeah, you should see one in the 20 and 30 pound range. That was just like a 2.5, 3 pounder. Arnold with the fishing emoji. Bond says, holy bravo, bravo. The Canadian says, I just joined and that's bigger than my personal best. No worries, my friend. There's some big ones down here. The more you get out fishing. Oh yeah, I pretty much let all my fish go unless I use it for cut bait or I take it home and eat it. Now I'm not eating anything today. It's the first of the month. I'm pretty good for food right now. Sergio, what's going on? How you doing, Sergio? Sergio says hi. And Ty, how you doing today, Ty? I also says hi. Arnold says hello, everyone. Mom says nice fish. Let's see, and Brian, how you doing today? Brian says, hey, how's the fishing going? Pretty good so far. We got 4 freshwater drum and a big old gar. We missed another gar. We missed another fish. Brian says it's hotter than the highs of heck. Yep, it's pretty hot out. 95 and going up. Brian says hi. See, Jan, I gotta put a channel on this one. Nobita, how you doing, Nobita? Let me get you a sub here. The way I can get back to you if you got some content coming out. Nobita says hi. It says Ryan, hey. I see 7 incredible people and I'm seeing 49 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Miss Daisy, how you doing today, Miss Daisy? Miss Daisy says, hey, Mike. Yeah, that's a hot one, folks. Seeing Sharon, how you doing today, Sharon? Sharon also says hi. Hope you guys are staying cool, my friends. It's hot. It's dang hot. What can I say, folks? It's hot. Wiping that sweat off my brow. Don't want that stuff in my eyes. Already can barely see as it is. Bite. I saw him hit it. Very light little peck bite. Had to check. He was very lightly wobbling on it. I thought that might be a buffalo or something. But those, and yeah, he got most of the worm off. Sometimes those big buffalo down here, buffalo suckers, or you wouldn't call them buffalo, long-nosed or short-nosed buffalo. Yeah, they'll very lightly peck on it. You won't be able to hook them with snickers unless you actually set the hook. Now they'll just sit out there and chew on the bait until they get the that's bite on the big rod. Dang it! They pecked on pretty good. This other rod with worm on her. It can be kind of hectic down here, folks. You can fish out down here for 2 hours, or not get more than a bite or two, and then you can come back the next day, and all of a sudden the fish are everywhere. Yeah, we got some big grass carp hitting the surface out here. Some big common carp in here in the shallows doing backflips. We got a lot of big gar coming in here. There's a lot of little baby schools of fry in here. They look like baby grass carp. All right, that's back out here. Let's get our rods back out. Get back into that shaft. And I do like my big old Mad Cat Series rod. I do apologize for that reel. That was that's just a thing I put together overnight. My bail broke on my spinning combo, so I had to switch to a bait caster. That bait caster, I dug her out of mothballs. Hey, at least she cast. She got a good 20-pound test on her. That's a good start. I got 8-pound test on the spar rod. That's a smaller, like Ozark Trails. That's a much smaller rod than real combo. Alright, we're back. Keeping your baits out sometimes can be a big thing to do. Let's see, Manic, how you doing today, Manic? And it says good fishing from India. Awesome, my friend. We're down in St. Louis, Missouri, down in the mighty muddy Mississippi. See, Tom says hi, Miss Daisy. It says, Gagan, hey. Like, come on, buddy. See, Muhammad, how you doing today, Muhammad? Muhammad says, ah. Let's see, Trucker. How you doing today, Trucker? Trucker says, hey, bro. Muhammad says hi. Arnold says, Miss hello. Got gunk on my screen here. Gotta get that off. Come on, give me a break. Wait for our backup tablet to refresh. She's acting weird. It's hot down here, folks. You know how electricity. Oscar, how you doing, Oscar? Oscar says hi. Avi says hi. And Tucker says, let's go. Whoop, whoop. See, Muhammad says, ah. Muhammad says, ah, brah. These 49 incredible people in it, 52 thumbs up. Muhammad says, what you catching, bro? See, we caught 4 nice freshwater drum and a big old gar so far. And we're getting bites every cast down here. Just getting these guys hooked up. It's hot down here, so they're hitting, but man, are they just pecking at the baits. Hard to hook these guys. Potential species down here varied. Right now I'm seeing grass carp, common carp, buffalo, gar, and freshwater drum. I haven't seen any blues today so far. I've also seen some buffalo hitting the surface. Like they're like big old cows down here. Ah, man. I'll pop them off. hard. Tearing the worm to pieces. I'm gonna put that worm right back on the hook and see if I can get him to hit. I'm hoping this day gets down here quick enough, folks. This is the only angle I can really fish this spot. This stuff is hot down here. These rocks can reflect this heat and they can go well in excess of 100 degrees down here on the rocks. I'm dressed for it today though, folks. Got light shorts on. Pull my legs up kind of a little bit going through the weeds. Man, he wants that worm. Submit. Eat it. Little guys, I'm talking about weird thing down here, folks. You can get a peck bite. It could be like a 6-inch drum, or it could be a 30-pound blue cat. You never know down here. You really don't. Now she'll go. Hopefully she'll catch. Not making that screech of a freaking banshee of a whale. Yeah, she needs some oil, folks. I know. Some real oil there, gun oil. Gun oil actually works better than real oil. Mom says, put a chunk of that drum on and get that big flatty. I could put a piece of cut drum on my big rod here. That is a good idea. I can't do that on camera though. I have to be quick. Got to get my knife out. All right. I don't have a big hook on my medium-sized rod though. Let me get a piece of cut drum on this one rod. Here's my knife. Ooh, rocks. Slippery when wet, and they are definitely slippery. They are definitely wet. Yeah. I gotta do this off camera, folks. I don't cut up fish on feed. This sucker's tough. That my knife's going dull. Probably need to sharpen my knife. Drop. Fins off that little piece. All right. I'll start up with a smaller piece. Nice. Mark there. Yeah, they're just cleaning this one off anyway, so I might as well put a worm off, gut bait on. Heck, I see him. I see him. Yeah, he's pecking on it good. about it. She's loosening up, so she's starting to cast. She's just still making a racket. Ah, get off it. There we go. All right, that's a nice little piece of cut bait. I got that hooked long ways. That way, that skin will kind of make that wobble around in the current. It's got a swivel on it, so she should spin a little bit. All right, we've got a big piece of cut bait out here, folks. But I don't have one too. Popping it again hard. Our chat's good. I just wanted to make sure I was set in our location. Come on. Come on, you'll think we hit it. Not that big of a weight. Very, very light. Not like firecracker bite, so I don't think it's a little blue cat. I think we either got freshwater. There's a lot of different species that hit like that. Either freshwater drum, it can also be sturgeon, buffalo, even common carp will bite like this sometimes. So those little blue cats, it's real hard. You just keep on smacking until the bait's gone. I'm definitely gonna need to wash the salt off my body after I'm done today. Probably sweat out a gallon on me down here already. All right, we got a big piece of cut bait on, folks, on our big rod here. 49 people in and 58 thumbs up. Let's see. I'm gonna ask, what are we catching, bro? Right now we've caught 4 freshwater drum and a gar. Seeing Jason. How you doing today, Jason? Jason says, Mike, brother. How you doing today, buddy? How you doing, Jason? Jason double tapped. See, Grant. Yep, that's the Mad Cat rod. Yes, it is. Big old greenie here. Now, this one down here is a little Ozark Trails. And that's a, well, that's just a little Shakespeare. See, Jason says he did good. Awesome, my friend. I thought they'd have stuck you out in the heat again. Not going to be quite as hot as yesterday. We were well in excess of 100 degrees yesterday, but the humidity's worse today. We caught 1 big gar on a Mad Cat Series rod and 1 freshwater drum. The other 3 we caught on our other rod. It's either the big rod or the small rod, the 2 rods that I get bites on down here. All right, 49 incredible people in it. See it. Oh, Mike, come on, buddy. 9 thumbs up. It's really the only place I can get away from the heat, folks, is down here on the river. I'll come down here with, 70, 80 worms, fish with worm until I run out. Have a piece of cut bait, cast that cut bait out here, and just set back underneath the shade tree with a little bit of a breeze, and wait for the sun to set, or at least go down quite a bit. Man, it gets hot in the city, folks. Boy, does it get hot. We're doing okay right now, Jason. We caught 4 freshwater drum and a gar. Haven't been fishing that long. Yeah, I know that reel keeps doing that. I might have to get a couple taps on the rocks. Sometimes that'll loosen it up. Because there's a magnetics in there that are kind of sticking. It's the reason why it's doing that. Why am I, what happens? This one's keep getting knocked up the hook. That's getting a bite. It's just knocking my bait right up the stinking hook. They're still hitting down here, Jason. It's just, man, it is hot to be battling these guys down here. How's the water level, Grant asks? We're about mid-range, so we're about 18, 20 feet. We're on our way down, though. Oh, you little stinker, man. I just looked over and saw that rod double. Dang it. This is the end of the worm. Sinker. Yeah, there is a sandbar over here, folks, but that's in the sun. I can't fish over here right now. Jason says, nice, brother. I'm still working outside, just on lunch break. Awesome to hear that, my friend. Enjoy your lunch. You definitely earned it today. Tucker says, pull a big turtle with that rod. Yeah, I've gotten some big fish with this. So I've got one 20-pound blue cat, a lot of 20, 30-pound grass carp, 18 to 20-pound common carp. She's a good rod. Michael, how you doing today, Michael? Michael says, fishing good. That's a bite on the cut bait. Smacked it. And we are doing pretty good today, my friend. Okay. That's all pop. Right on the corner of my eye, I saw that rod pop. Michael says, I'm good. You? Doing okay, my friend. As soon as this shade gets down here a little bit further, we'll be better. Jason says, can't eat too hot. Well, trust me, buddy, you got to put something in your body. You don't want to be out here with anything. At least put some liquids in your system. By the way, I just subbed. Awesome, my friend. I appreciate that, Michael. Hope you enjoy the show. We try to maintain a positive attitude, get out here fishing, chat with you guys. Yep, relaxing and watching you. That's awesome, Jason. I do appreciate hearing that. Another pop on this sucker. What do you deal with? Yeah, they keep biting into that worm. Look at all the little fry down here, folks. If I had a little dip net, I could show you guys. They're everywhere. They're probably little baby grass carp. Big rod. I see him. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but these bites are always very light down here. Oh, there he goes. I'll do a stinker. Got most of that worm off again. Man, they are good. All right, tighten it down good. Tell you what, I feed more fish down here than I ever catch. Finally cast it out good. This is like holy weird. I'm gonna have to reel this in. Drift it down past our other rod. Maybe I just cast it out a little too far. Yeah, this has got a 1 ouncer because it's quite the current's quite harder. So right here the current's rushing by. Right about here it starts slowing down a little bit. Right about here it about stops. It comes back around. Okay. I'm drifting way down to the right here. Forgetting I can't cast one rod over the other. cast out the signals. She finally loosened up, folks. You know, you can hear that reel's not making noise anymore. She loosened up finally. Well, that's a hot one, folks. Dang, it is hot. See, Mike says, I'm go all live and check up on you, and hope you catch something. Awesome, my friend. We caught 4 freshwater drum on the feed so far in a big gar. If you check in on the comments on all of my live feeds, you will see markers that will differentiate what I've caught in those live feeds. And you can just use the video summary there to check out those exact locations. See, Malik, what's going on? How you doing today, Malik? Malik says, Mike. Yeah, there is an option on YouTube. If you swipe across on the comments, it'll go to summarize video. It'll give you an option to ask a question. If you put that question in, like where were the fish caught in this feed, that will come up in blue tags. That way you can go straight to those catches. Let's see, Trucker says, I'll be going over the Memphis bridge soon. Awesome, my friend. That's a heck of a view down there. Let's see, Possum. How you doing today, Possum? Possum says MVP. Jason says, Mike, brother. I sure hope you have something to drink. I have, my friend, but I haven't gotten to it yet. Let's see, we got a big piece of freshwater drum cut on this one. We've also got worm on these other two, and there goes a big old barge up the river, folks. Yeah, that's got probably corn and grain in her. 44 incredible people in it. See, it's 69 thumbs up. That's just awesome, my friends. You guys are enjoying the show today. As soon as I get a break on these bites, I'll go get a drink of soda over here. And that's a non-caffeinated soda. That's 7 Up. So I try not to drink caffeine while I'm out here in this heat. Unless I'm actually drinking coffee. In which case I'll drink actually hot coffee, which makes me perspire more, which makes me actually be cooler. I know that sounds dumb, but it does work. Roast out here. I dig about 30 of these big guys. Something's hitting on that drum. Might have a big old gar or something dipping in that drum out there. Tell you what, I'm gonna switch up these 2 rods with my big Mad Cat series with a big nightcrawler bomber down here to the left, and my smaller rod, I'm gonna put that in the middle. Got a big 1-aught hook on this guy, folks, so if I get something big on her, I can land her. I had this one down there in the shallows because I thought there might be a big grass or something down there, but unfortunately I think those drum were in the way, and I kind of caught them before I had a chance to get that grass carp down there. Now this guy, this one's starting to gap. So I can bomb this something down. Yeah, I can bomb that. That's something down there. A lot of snakes down here. Rock snakes, copperheads, water moccasins, you name it. It's slithered down here. Alright. I think that might be for our rod setup. With that bigger rod, I can get her down there. I switch the rods up, and all of a sudden I start getting bites on it. Sweat off my face and it starts to drip down my eyes. Yeah, there's no breeze down here by the river, unfortunately. Usually there's a stout breeze down here, but the wind's blowing in our backs. So the levee's stopping the wind. Which, you know, it's a good thing for the live streams. It makes it so it's a nice, clear audio for you guys. But unfortunately, it's hot. Possum says, yeah, I went this morning, and I was miserable and hot. I got you, my friend. It is hot out here. Ick. Excellence. How you doing? 1433. Yep, 1443 says, one step to your right, and you will be in the shade. Yeah, but one step to the right, and guess what? I won't be close enough to get to these rods. Come on, buddy. Come on, get it. Come on. I'll move back here just as soon as these guys calm down. And Jay Fishing. How you doing, Jay Fishing? Jay Fishing says hi. How you doing today, buddy? Haven't seen your hand in a while. And Dirty, how you doing today, Dirty? He says MVP, the fishing legend. Awesome, my friend. I had to switch up on our spinning combo. I had to take the spinning rod off, put a bait caster on it. Oh. Thank you, man. Yeah, the bail broke on my spinning reel, so I had to switch her to a bait cast. She's still working. I still got her out there doing her job. Something's really popping that one down there. Good show. That's a sea lagoon. Actually, a little, what do you call it? Down here on the Mississippi River. So this is like a little cubby hole, a little slough that goes off the river down here. Something says, I'd like to have you be a good mess of crappie. I could probably catch some at fairgrounds, but they'd only be about 8 or 9 inches long. It's hard pressed to get any big ones this time of the year. And Jason says, yeah, hot here too. Tom says, love them crappies. Yum, yum, yum. Yep, Golden Crispies, my friend. Golden Crispies. It's doing good. Glad it gave me a notification finally. That's awesome to hear, my friend. Here he says, Hunting Brother and Mike, Hurting Bro and Mike Hurting. I got you, my friend. I hope you feel better. Get well soon, buddy. 5 incredible people in it. 75 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. All right, let's get that down for just a minute. It's getting really popular. I wonder what he did. He's on there. Just set the hook. Either that or he's just holding on to the end of the worm. I almost want to put a smaller hook on this sucker so I can hook these guys. If I put a smaller hook on this, if I get anything over about 10 pounds on a big cat rod, I'll bend the hook out. That water's still cold. All else feels like I take a jump into the river. I wouldn't jump in the river, I'd wade out a little bit. I ain't that dumb. Dumb, but I'm not that dumb. So. You almost got that bait off. It's about. These guys are, even the little piece of the worm I'm cutting, kind of conserve bait, these guys are going back down. Little pieces. Where's that loaded? Over there. That's right there with the rod. Okay. My hands are partially clean. Can't keep it completely clean. Aloe, how you doing today, Aloe? Aloe X says hi. Like, he says, getting a little bit better each day. That's good to hear, my friend. Get well soon, buddy. See, Tom says, Louisiana fish fry. Sounds good to me. Let's see, John, how you doing today, John? John Burton says, we woke up in the morning. Have the best day, and you have tomorrow's not promised to one. And thank you and love, brother. Awesome to hear that, my friend. Security says, you getting a new reel for the Mad Cat brother? Yeah, my spinning combo, the bail broke, so I put a bait caster on it. Now, I did have to dig that one out of mothballs, unfortunately. It casts fine, it just makes a grinding noise sometimes. It's got 20-pound test on her, so she should be able to take a good one. Tom says, I hear you, John. Tom says, Mike, I got something I want to send to you. Got a P.O. box. Actually, I got a mailing address. All you have to do is send me a message on my email account. You can find that linked on my main channel. Just send me a message and I will send you my address. That's a big grassy. Ooh, that's a big one. Yeah, that's a big one out there, folks. It's a big old grass carp just came up and did the backflip and thing. Yeah, this freshwater drum's not working right now, so let me take her off here for just a minute, get a worm back on this, and we'll see about putting another piece on a little bit later. Probably should cast that more in the shallows and deeper because I'm not sure this is a good spot for blues. More like flathead and channel catfish. Like I said, just send me a link on my email. Oh God, folks, it's on. That's a big one. That's on our Big Mad Cat series rod. That's big, folks. And we got one. Know what that is? And she had that rod double, whatever she is. What do we got? Oh, dude! Whoa! I think we got a buffalo. That's a big buffalo if she is. She's got my other line. I'd have a chance to. I was having a run. That's a big buffalo, folks. That's a big hook. And I hope I got her hooked good. Let me loosen this drag quite a bit. I gotta get this other rod out of the way. Unfortunately, that's gonna be a problem here. I don't want to let this line slack on me. He ran over my other rod. Come on, guy. Come on. Whoa, dude. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm just trying to get this off. All right, I can re-rig that. All right, that rod is off. I haven't quite seen this yet. Oh, that's a big channel. Okay. That's a big channel catfish, folks. No wonder that hook stayed in. Man, that's a big channel catfish. That's a 7 or 8. That's a 7 or 8 pound channel catfish. Be on our Mad Cat series. Cat on a cat. Where do I land her? Ooh. It's slippery when wet. She is wet. And boy, is this gonna hurt. Oh yeah, that's 7 or 8 pounds, easy. That's a nice catfish, folks. That bite was completely different. She doubled it. Yeah, I might have to get my pliers out. I got her good. And that hook was not coming out. Dude, yeah, I'm gonna have to get my pliers out for this fish. Thank you. Give it up. I don't want to take her out of the water to do this, but she keeps spinning around in stupid circles. Maybe I can just jiggle her free. I doubt it. Throw my rock piece in the water behind me. There we go. Hook is out, folks. I figured sometimes just jiggling that hook. Dude, come on, man. Give me a break. I don't want to get you all messed up. You're a beautiful kitty cat. I'm going to show you off to YouTube, and then you go back in the water and you go do cat things. Big old cat meow. Meow meow things. Ow, he is biting down on me. Ooh, dude. I'm glad this isn't blue cat. That's twice he's done that, folks. I'm so sorry. No marks on him. There we go, folks. That's a nice 7 or 8 pound channel catfish. That's a big old male. Big old tomcat. Gotta love it, my friends. Yeah, you notice I haven't taken him too far off the ground because I noticed this one's having the idea every time I turn him, vertical, he wants to act up. So it's keeping him closer to the ground. Ah, boy. Awesome fish. And he got my thumb pretty good. Now these rocks are slippery enough on the best of days. Every time I put my feet down, gotta fall. Gorgeous channel catfish. Gotta love it. That was on Nightcrawler, so. Ah, buddy. Yeah, that is a cat, folks. That is a good channel catfish. Gotta love it. Beautiful fish, folks. Look at the fat belly on her. All right, girl. Let's get you back in the water. I think this is a tom. I think this is a male. So get you back in the water. We got a heck of mud here too. So. And there she goes. No worries about that guy. He's still got bit me again on the way out. Ow. Hold on. All right, folks. We caught 4 fresh water. You're on a big guard, a nice channel catfish. Woo! Now you guys know why I go out even in the heat down here. Yeah, I had to break off our a real small line because that was in the way. But everything else is good. So let me get these rods back out, and I'll get to that chat. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today. Another thing is, folks, when it's hot like this, I'm the only person that comes down here on this river. Now, mind you the fact that it's actually really hot, but at the same time, it's cooler down here than it is in the city. And there are people hanging out in front of their houses, so guess what? If you're hanging out in front of your house, it's cooler down here, just come down on the river, dang it. It's 20 degrees, well, 10 degrees cooler down here, right by the water. If I was in the dang wind, it'd be that good, but fortunately, I'm not in the wind down here. I'm in the sun. And behind some trees, that way I'm not getting any wind. Pretty good. Might just fish with two here for a minute, folks. Figure out where everything else is, and I hit that tree. I knew I was going to do it eventually today. Alright. Yeah, this sure was clean when I started today, folks. Sure ain't no more. Wow. I sweat about 2 gallons out of me right now, folks. And I'm still going. Alright, let's get back in that chat. See, I hear you, John. See, Tom says, Mike, I got you. See, and Dirty says, let's go. See, Dirty says, I don't want to look. And Trucker says, wow, let's go. See, Dirty says, another one. That's why I got the Mad Cat series for you. Tom says, hey, Dirty, just when one thing cleans up, I get something else. It never seems to stop. So I just roll with it, and I know not to say things can't be worse. I said it, you didn't. Well, you typed it, I don't think it counts. See, Dougie Doug, what's going on? How you doing today, Doug? Doug says, hey, Mike. Doug says, nice cat, brother. See, Tom says, wow, nice fish. See, Dirty says, just a life, bro. Awesome, my friends. I appreciate that. See, Tom says, here, kitty, kitty. See, Trucker says, yeah. And Rude. How you doing today, Rude? Rude says MVP. Doug says, hook stuck in the nose. Tom says, yep, nose. One of us getting out here. Hook free. He says, that ain't no catfish. That's a pot-bellied pig. Oh, my. Oh, man. Man, they're hitting down here right now, folks. I can't keep these rods out. I think I'll stick with 2 rods right now because these guys are hitting too fast for me. Fishing 3 rods. Yeah, it was a big fatty catfish, wasn't it? Wasn't supposed. Alright, here we are, folks. Make me refresh. I hate it when it makes me do that. See, Dirty says, nice, brother. I appreciate that, my friend. Tom says, I paid my dues. My issues I caused, trying to have fun. I got you. Doug says rude. And kid, how you doing, kid? Kid says hi all. Doug says hi, kid. And Tom says, hey kid, how are you? It says Doug, hi. It says good Tom. Alright, 52 incredible people and an 85 thumbs up. Awesome, my friends. Still pecking on that one too. See if I can get this other rod back out. Yeah, this has got a big old one-odd hook on it. Him just peck. Yeah, I can't. I'm setting the hook when he's pecking on him. There's nothing else I can do. I can't get that hook into that guy out there. It's like 1 minute I set the hook and I've got a big old catfish. Next minute I've got drum. Next minute I'm nothing on her. I can't hook her. Probably got so many species of fish running by. 1 minute you're getting like little drum and stuff hitting. The next minute you're getting big catfish. Who knows? Every cast is different down here. This has got a smaller hook on her, so even though this is a longer rod, she's more bendy. This is an old style. This is a old cat series rod. This is a Shakespeare. Trees, Michael. Yeah, I'm already happy. 4 drum, a big gar, and a nice channel catfish. We are just getting started, folks. We are looking good. Come on. Ice on both rods right now. It's hard to keep up. I can't even get my 3rd rod back out right now. I'm putting her to the side. I was in the middle of getting that catfish in, and I lost track of her. Should be enough room for a smaller one. Finally loosened up. Yeah, that's been mothballs real about a year, so you can understand that the gears are kind of tightened up. And it is a hot one, folks. It is hot. Doug says, what would be your go-to rod length and casting weight line. I always like the medium to heavy. About a 6'6" medium to heavy. That way, you've got a little bit of give for different species. Now you can go 6'6" medium. It's about as good. If you get a little bit more lighter tip, if you're fishing for more pan fish and everything, a 6'6" medium would probably be better. That size of a rod and rod, you can pretty much fish for anything. Actually, I actually don't use these big rods that much. The river is the only place I'll use them. Now, mind you, I'll use my smaller rods down here on the lakes, smaller creeks and tributaries, all kinds of locations. But the big rod, she's only good down here. Now she's great down here, and she does better than your other rods. But you can still do the same thing on that. This is 6'6" medium action. Nice fluger. They do sell them combos. I believe they're like $75. They're not too expensive, in fact. Couple that with about 10 to 12 pound test. You can always, if you go up to 12-pound test, if you're fishing for bluegill, you can always put like a 6-pound leader on there or something. That's what I usually do when I'm fishing at the lakes down here. I'll just put a lighter leader on. Same thing with trout. If you're fishing for trout and you've got 12-pound test on, you can always just put like a little 4-pound leader or something on there. The versatility, that 6'6" medium heavy is about right. This is actually a little bit too long too. This is like a 7'2" medium. See, this one's just a little bit long for me. It says dirty. It says Doug. Pretty says how are you, Rude? It says MVP. Nika, how you doing, my friend? Nika asked, where are you at? We're down here on the Mississippi River, down by the Arch in St. Louis. We're about a quarter of a mile upriver from the Arch. It says I Rude. It says 50-gram calf weight. Well, I don't know much about that stuff. I just usually go by the weight and the reel size. It says doing good. It says kid. Kid says Mika. Says some of those combos don't have the best of reels though. Some of them have good reels and bad rods. Some of them have bad reels and good rods. So it's kind of a toss-up. Now the fluker I got, the rod sucked, but the reel was great. I'm still using that reel. Now the blast fluker I got, the reel sucked, but the rod was great. So it's kind of a toss-up when you're getting those guys. A lot of times you'll get just a good rod and reel combo. See, Rich, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Rich says, get him. Doug says, Mika. I'm seeing him hit, folks. Smacking it out there. Hey Rich, so far we've got 4 freshwater drum, a big channel catfish, and a gar. 44 incredible people in and 92 thumbs up. We're almost to the 100 folks. Come on, guys. The kid says hi, Rich. In Memphis. How you doing today, Memphis? Says TPNL. time, please? It's 12:38 here. It says right on, buddy. See, Doug says hi, Rich. This is good. All right, we're looking good as far as the chat is concerned. We're getting pops on both rods. No committers, so we're just smacking it on the way down and taking a lot of that bait off. He's still popping on that one over there. I don't know if the bite slowed down yet or not. They seem to still be hitting. It's getting better at getting the bait off right now. Sometimes it'll take you longer to bait up the hook right than it is to get a bite. And I do have some corn over here in case all else fails. Plus I've got cut bait. Temperature's about 95 degrees out here, folks. The humidity's pretty good. It's got me sweating on here pretty heavily. We got most of that bait off again. It's hard to keep these guys from getting the bait off. Knock the majority of that worm off the hook, please. Bing. Come on, buddy. Come on. You're just hanging on it. Man, I'm getting sweat dripping down my brow again. The only thing about doing this kind of trips, and is it get hot. And sucking through the rock. The line goes through the rock, but it won't go back. So I gotta move the hole. I don't like sticking my hand down there. There's some nice snakes down here. Man, it's hot. So that's a nice run. Hitting out here now. I know what I think about it. Look. We're going to put a rock over there to knock over by something. Usually it's me. Tempest at Memphis. It says, I got you, Doug. It says Spice Dance. Doug says the brown trout fishing has been good. Hope you're in Scotland. I've had a few nice big boys. Sounds like fun. Tom says, love catching them brown trout. Great fighters. Yes, sir, and they're pretty aggressive. They like getting artificial. Yeah, these guys just got small ones in here. So I gotta set this up and get a good grip. Says, I'm going across the Mississippi River now. Awesome, my friend. That's a cool view, isn't it? That's a big grass that just come up to the surface over there. Survival, how you doing today, Survival? Rival says, MVP, how are you? Doing okay, my friends. About 95 degrees out here. Humidity's up. Not a lot of wind down here on our cove. Caught 4 freshwater drum, a big old channel catfish, and a big gar. He says, I had a trip planned to go brown trout fishing next week, but had to cancel it after breaking my back last week. And I hope you get well soon. We need you out here, buddy. Tom says, I caught a 2.2 inch on the upper Sacramento River, just below empty Shasta. Of the same hole with 2-pound test. It was quite a ride. That says, it's very wishing you a speedy recovery. Yes, sir, did well soon, my friend. 40 people in, 41 people in, and 94 thumbs up. Running NorCal 2 times. I don't know a lot of these rivers and stuff around. The further you go up north, the less I've heard of this stuff. I haven't gone north much in my lifetime. I was gonna do a trip all around the United States. I went south, came back, and then kind of fizzled out. I ran out of money, I'm afraid. That was back in the 80s, so I can imagine what the prices of gas and stuff are nowadays. Yeah, look at those schools of fry for tiny little fingertip. They just hatched. I don't know what them are. They are small. Oh, them guys are everywhere. They're so small I can't even see what they are. They're very small, right? They're wide and they're black. They don't look like they have fins on them, so they're not catfish. Must be like a species of carp or carp, grass carp, buffalo maybe. Thank you, my friends. You're very welcome. And again, get well soon. Broken back, gosh, that had to hurt something bad. See him, Bambi. How you doing, my friend? He says hello, Pap. Howdy, chat. How's the fishing so far? Pretty good, Bambi. We've caught 4 nice freshwater drum, a big old channel catfish, and a gar. That gar was a big one, too. Tom says, Central just been to Sacramento. I got you. It says, hi, Bambi. That's a massive fish over there to the left, folks. I don't know if I can get him over here. He's a little bit out of range. Don't have much corn. I'm gonna bait up the spot a little bit, see if I can get this guy in here. I don't know. Pretty good out there. rain, folks, coming. Earbuds up, volume down. And that one I was jumping up the center of the phone. The water's actually pretty full out there. That water's actually This thing just give me a minute to set down. Every time I look, the rod is form or something. Maxton, how you doing today, Maxton? Maxton says hi. And Dirty says, I was on the Sacramento River in Colombia. Had a dam seizure. All the boat went into the water somehow. In the process, I broke my back. Thank God my buddy was able to grab me. And that is pretty good to hear, man. What's going on? That's pretty scary, bro. I definitely do, Doug. It says, 4 fish rudder, drum, 1 count, Jefferson, 1 guard. And if I was over there, I'd pin that up. But hang on, let me come over here and pin this up.
Gonna have to scroll down. Hopefully, I can find this. And there we are. There we go. Yep, I got her.
And I'm not sure who that is. Not sure what that language that is, but I appreciate you coming in. English if you can, and if you can't, emojis are fine. He says, bam, prayer. And he says, thank you. He says, it definitely was Tom. Tom says, how long ago? He says, sucks having it happen. Right before the salmon season. Dang, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. But at least they're on the mend. All together, we caught 4, 5, 6 fish so far. A lot of nice ones too. That gar was a nice little gar. Got that couple big freshwater drums, couple pounds each. The channel was very nice. Not a river monster, but definitely a river brute. Alright. I think it's time to drink something to sit out here for just a minute. I'm gonna be right off camera here, just a few feet away, folks. I get to sit down here on the rocks every hour or so. Get out of that sun for a few minutes. Get sweat and swap stuff pouring down. I think I'm about to take my shirt off too. I saw Justin doing it the other day. Man, it's hot. Woo, dog. My soda's not going well. Ah, it's still cold though. Ah, it tastes like water. Woo. Ooh, that's cold. I needed that. Man, I can still go for another 2 hours after that. Ooh, brain freeze. Ah. There's a big one here over on the right. Over here, just keeps coming to the surface. He moved further up that way instead of closer after I threw that corn in. I see him hitting that big rod, folks. I can see him pecking on it down there. It's either a buffalo or a sturgeon or something. He's hitting it rather well. He's hitting it hard enough for me to see on that big rod. He just won't hit it all the way. And here comes a massive barge, folks. Oh, man. This barge is in close, and it's doing about 30 miles per hour. Might have trouble with the signal quality here. Too big. Imagine a chunk of iron the size of your house getting in the way of the signal towers over here. Coming on our right side here. Behind you guys. Come, folks. My big brother back. Better get my big brother back. Big mom. She is close. real pop to hit that with a baseball. See, Tom says 2 more thumbs up for 100. 9 people in, 100 thumbs up. 98 thumbs up, I mean. Yep, we got just 2 more to make 100. Here he says, 2 Saturdays ago, we talked to Tom. Just wow, there she goes. And there goes the signal quality. There's no sense in messing with it. It goes by all the way. It's going to go right in the way of the cell phone tower. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to wait a second. Looks like we might have cleared up on her own. She just popped on and off. Okay, come on. And I hope you get a good doctor. Not so good. That's true. He says, me too, brother, me too. Beth, how you doing today, Beth? That says hi. That says I got a couple of compressed discs that have hurt, but I can't imagine what you go through. I have sciatica, so yeah, that lower back pain is pretty bad. I actually only take Tylenol for it. Yeah, they're not comfortable with giving me pain medication because it's schizophrenia, so I just have to deal with it. Tom says, God bless, and I have you have a speedy recovery soon. Here says, hope so too, Dirty. 30 incredible people in and 98 thumbs up. Looks like we won't have to mess with the signal on that one, but that's cleared up on its own. Again, folks, actually, if you guys didn't hear earlier in the feed, I forgot the tripod top. So I had to strap the tripod, the cell phone to the tripod base instead of the regular feed. That's why it looks a little weird. I tried to get her in as good as I could. See that big Mad Cat series rod? Gotta keep on pecking on it down there. Weird. Just cannot hook those guys today. I've hooked a few, but man, few and far between to hook these guys. And thank you for all those reactions, my friends. It helps out the channel so much. Still popping on it. Just thinking about it. Thinking about it. I'm gonna have to put a smaller hook on if I plan on hooking those wherever they are. But I said the hook's great on that pole, and all that I got, most of my worm gone. Problem is with this big Mad Cat series rod, a lot of times you can't friggin' the smaller hook, you'll bend out. Even with the drag set likely, there's not enough give to it. Die out here. Notice we're right off the shade line. Kind of sucks because this is where the current turns around right here. If the water was lower, I'd be sitting over here. If the water was higher, I'd be sitting back up here. So right here where it's in the dang middle. Walk here. Got my hand away and I'm wrapping up pretty crappy stuff. Hey, we broke 100, folks. We just made it. 39 people in and 100 thumbs up. That's awesome, my friend. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself at the show today. You're having an awesome Wednesday. Let's see, Dirty with the peer and the thumbs up. working on it. Get down there and got it, folks. I got that. Got him that time. I'm there. What we got? Just hanging on real lightly, just like the other one. We got another channel catfish. We got a flathead. Another nice channel catfish. Awesome. Right in the 100 mark, folks. And this is another one with just finally pulled. Yeah, I think I can lift this one up by the line. That 20-pound test, I think I can get this one by the line. Awesome fish, folks. That's our second channel of the day. Right in the lower lip. California, where are you when we need you? There we go, folks. That's a nice solid like 2-pounder. Ow, ow. Quit it. This is a cat. This is a mean guy. Dude, seriously. Why won't you guys give up today? He leave the rest of the blood. Come on, folks. I gotta get this off in a bit. Come on, follow over. He didn't get in the rock. He landed in the mud. I'm gonna have to hold on to this guy because this guy has got an attitude. He's smacking me with the back of his tail. This is a male. This is a young male. That's a tomcat, folks. Awesome fish, folks. So let's see, 2-channel catfish, 4 freshwater drum, and a gar. Gorgeous fish, my friends. Ah, gotta love it. Gotta love it. I'll go about 2.5 pounds on that one. Yeah, this is a tomcat, folks. This is a meow meow. Meow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying the show, my friends. Check out the whiskers on that guy. Gorgeous fish, folks. Gotta love it. Gotta love it, my friends. All right, buddy. Let's get you back in the water. So you can do. Ow. You did it again, man. Get you back in the water, man. I'm trying to get you back in. Bit down. And it slips out of my hand. See ya? You can hold them like that. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I got lucky every time he landed in the mud. Wow, that is fun, folks. Even when I'm losing my thumb. And them guys are leaving my thumb pretty raw. Folks. Wow. Well, what were we doing, folks? We were flunking, I think, or maybe we were doodling or kayaking. I'm not sure. Something to do with the water. I don't know. Oh yeah, we were fishing. Never mind. I remember it again. Whew. Nice good rock. Round, under, around, under, around, under, and around. That one finally took her, folks. Pick. finally started pulling. Trying to get the last of the neck rollers out here before I switch perfectly to we got plenty of red worms close, and we still got corn. We still got cut bait as well. If you can see the difference between using garden variety worms, store-bought worms, and cut bait. You get the bites on cut bait, it's just hooking them. Trouble. A lot of times they'll just grab onto that end of that cut bait and run. And I thought I had a big grassy on. I'll take that big town catfish any day. And we're definitely super size. Water's dropping again. Where I was reaching to wash my hands off is further away. And I think this reel will do nicely on this rod. I do. I think this reel will work okay. Doesn't have quite the gear ratio that I like on for that big rod, but I think she'll do okay. 29 incredible people want to see 105 thumbs up. Response says okay. He does says reflexes like a cat, Mike. Meow. Why? I want to put a piece of cut bait down there. There's definitely a channel cap. It kind of leads me to possibility. I think I might put a piece of cut bait down there. I'll have to cut a better piece of cut bait than the chunk I was shooting. I'll probably use a chicken part. Gavin says, boom! Curry says, perfect eating size. Yes, sir, read, my friend. That was a nice eater. The Spawn says, nice one. That's Chris. How you doing today, Chris? Chris says, good job. Kid, it's a super sound catfish, 4 drum, and a garfish. Hang on, let me repin that.
There we go.
Thank you, kid. Another train behind us, folks. Yeah, quick. He's not bait on it. Find out if got a bait on it. Let's see if I can get a good piece of cut drum on this one. Get a good piece of cut bait on here this time. Earbuds down, volume down, folks. You guys are enjoying the show today. bait on there. There seems to be some nice town catfish on there, so we're gonna poke flies in on some cut bait. I left my tablet down for water. Why did that? And here, so. See, Cass, how you doing today, Cass? Sup says hi. It says hi, Beth. I missed you. You're here. T-Bond says, one more go. 32 people in. Incredible folks. 107 thumbs up. Says, got a chance at a flat on my truck. Have a great day, everyone. All right, my friend. Hope you get that fixed soon. Get it out of that heat quick, my friend. See, Doug says later, Tom. See, Fishy Thing, what's going on? How you doing, Fishy Thing? Thing says MVP, woo! Dirty says Tom. And he says, hi, Fishing. I just saw you somewhere. Fishing says Dirty. He says, Fleshy Things. Yeah. Fishy Things, you following me, Bambi? And he says, maybe. And Lisa, how you doing today, Lisa? Lisa says, well, stop back for a few minutes. Hope things are going well today. Yeah, they quite are, Lisa. Since we've been, since you left, we caught 2 nice channel catfish, and another freshwater drum. I believe you were here for the first freshwater drum on the gar. Or at least that was around when you came in. I don't know if you were still in or not. It's around that time. So far, we caught 2 channel catfish, 4 freshwater drum, and a big old gar. It is a hot one, folks. I'll tell you what, it is better over here in the shade. Got a piece of cut bait down there for some catfish have been hitting pretty good down there. Our mad catfish is right now. Yep, all my ice is melting in my soda, but it's still cold. I just gotta sip it now. Make sure I keep a steady amount of cold fluid in me. Now you guys know why I still come down fishing down here when the weather's hot. Because guess what? Fish still hit. It's just, man, it's hot. It's not cool. It's pretty warm. It says, nice. Sorry I missed any accidents. Oh, you're very fine, Lisa. I appreciate you coming in and chatting with us. He says, thank you, Lisa. Lisa says, you're welcome. He says, yeah, doing good today. Awesome to hear, Bambi. Hope you're staying cool because it's pretty hot. We got a heat wave going around the majority of the country right now. Justin up there is in the hundreds today. We're probably going to push near 100. I'm looking forward to seeing Justin down in the nice ice cold 45-degree water river. Dude, seriously, if I lived down on that river, you'd never get me out of that river this time of the year. I'd be down there like 24/7, 365 days a year. Lisa says, well, you're having a large time today. Yeah, it's better here than up in the city. I mean, it's 1 o'clock, right? By 10 o'clock yesterday, the same temperature, I had to get out of my house. I mean, I was roasting. I went down to the gas station to stay cool. Now down here, I'm sweating, but guess what? It's nice. I mean, it's got a little bit of a breeze. It's not too much. Now up on top of that hill, and there's a nice breeze going. Hey, by the way, Lisa's got the #2 crown. Who has the #1? I'm just checking. Let's see. Looks like Tom's got the #1, and Dirty has the #3. We need incredible people in. 107 thumbs up. Man, that's a big. Look at that, folks. Just a big old boil right in front of my rod. What's happening is there's some fry down here, right, folks? These could be like baby channel catfish fry. Or they could be something that the channel catfish are feeding on. And I'm seeing these like little baby fry, like these tiny little microscopic, almost fingertip. All you can do is see like a shadow of these little itty bitty things in the water. And they're swimming right by the shoreline, a constant rows and rows of them going by. I think these fish are down here, they're eating them. See, Louisiana trophy chasers. How you doing, trophy chasers? He says hi. See, Bambi says yes, ma'am. How you doing today, trophy chasers? No big river monsters today, but we have caught one big river brood. Channel catfish, well in excess of 6-7 pounds. That fish was probably pushing more like 8 pounds. We caught a couple nice freshwater drum, a big old gar, another nice channel catfish. It's hot down here on the mighty muddy Mississippi River, but we're making it work. Always odd you put a piece of cut bait on there. Those were all on night crawlers too, but I'm getting low on night crawlers, so put a piece of cut bait on there. They just don't really want to hit the cut bait. Not know why. Bambi says hi, Louisiana. This one had corn on it, but put corn back on this one. This has got a smaller hook on it. I might put a smaller weight on this one too. Big weight. Nah. This big one out. It holds. It's just you can't hook this big. It's like where that corn's gone too. I don't know. Maybe I didn't get right on it. Might change this weight in a minute. Like having one big weight out here. Keep it in the deeper water. Our red one is starting to melt. Out here in this heat. These are garden variety red ones too. They're not store-bought. Store-bought would already be liquefied. These guys are just holding on. If I got them home right now, they probably did, but that's okay. I can take about 7 of these guys a day. About mid-October. Another big one. Man, that's a big fish right in front of me. That's going over there. Let me put this right over here. That's going to be right in front of where it is. I don't know what those are. They're really cleaning up on whatever that stuff is. Survival says let's go. Debbie says hi, survival. 20 people in 108 thumbs up. rod's good. Big one's out here. What size is we play? Day went on, I think they close for nice. Get a smaller one out here. Got a flap into my box. Too big, too big, too big, bigger. Bigger than I got on. I think they're moving into here shallow, but anyways. Shallow and shallow. I don't see any places. Box. Alright, where's my green box? Oh, there it is. I see. I'm confused. Okay, what do we have? Quite a bit smaller. Holy. More. Look at this. This rock. Sand. And it's hiding. Break the line off. No longer break one. Halfway in one further. Yeah, that's open. Got that tied on? Yeah, that rat. Got worms here. We got a handful of dirt. Not from that. Big red worm. The bucket keeps the worms alive. We're supposed to find them. That's a smaller weight, but it's about half the size. About a half ounce. God. Seriously. Yeah, it's tricky to work with a rod this long. So this is like almost an 8-foot long rod. I'm not used to casting something this thing long. Not even up to a 7-foot rod, but 8 feet. I keep forgetting I've got a very low clearance on it. And there are trees when I'm riding with this on my scooter. But this is the 1-piece rod. I bumped them on the way back home. Either that or they should probably trim up the trees around my home. Look at that. I can't even mix the water anymore. Drop it so quick. Remember I was reaching the water just a minute ago? I can't even reach her anymore. Stop it. It's fitting over there. Alright. Back into that chat. What's going on? You guys are enjoying the show today. We're down to 4 friggin' percent. This is high survival. And this is high micro. About time we got a little. Hi, Bambi. Let's see. Bambi says green. Let's see. 28 people in, 108 thumbs up, folks. Oh boy. Mike says hi, Bambi. Oh boy. Final update. Worm. Hop, 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 hop. No matter what I do, no matter where I put this worm rod, I'm getting hit. None of them were hitting it hard enough. The only ones that hit it hard enough today were those couple drum, those couple catfish. Everything else has been messing with it. We're hooking these worms good, too, not messing around. That worm is hooked once, straight up the hook. From one end to the other. Let's see, Bambi says howdy, sir. Oh boy, folks. Actually, I like this camera angle for the rods. So I can see the rods perfectly. Might have to experiment. See if I can get around this right. On another. When it's not as hot, I have to work my butt off. Thank you so much for those reactions, my friends. Help out the channel so much. Bombing bird. Leave me alone. I'm not going by your nest. Sheesh. Crazy old bird. What's wrong with that bird? You know those kinds of birds, folks, that just dive bomb you for no reason? Close rod again, just ding, 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 ding. I haven't been able to hook any of those little blue cats today. They have been tricky. We started to feed early today, so I'm not sure what time it is. It's a, oh yeah. Just out of curiosity, how long have we been in? Oh, yeah, when you get your feet muddy, you start slipping around quite a bit on these rocks. So it's not exactly safe. Okay, I see. Not bad. Not at all. It's about 3 hours. Oh. Still hitting that rod, dude. Look over, it's still getting popped. Got him, folks. I got him. Got him. Just talking about not having to hook to any of you guys today. I finally got one of you little kittens. Finally caught one of you little kittens. Okay, so that's our 7th fish of the day. First little baby blue cat. Yeah, first little kitten, folks. Meow. Cool little kitten, folks. Cool little blue cat. Pretty little guy. Take these guys in when you get him. I didn't even got him in here closer to you guys recently. Well, I don't know what just hit me in the back of the neck, but I hope it wasn't a bee. Cool little guy. Beautiful little kitten, folks. That's a blue cat. These guys get over 100 pounds. All right, buddy. Let's get you back in the water. I try to keep a grip on their lower lip. That way they don't slip out. Sometimes they do. And just like that. Even keeping them like that, they'll slip out. Hey, buddy. Thank you. This is sand, folks. So yeah, that's no problem with that. We're still catching fish, folks. I can still figure out a way to catch meat, even when they're slowing down on us. They haven't stopped yet. That's all that matters. I cut down the amount on worm on this one. It's like cutting that worm amount down even more. Small, little worm as I can get on there to cover that hook. Just enough for me to be able to hook these little stickers. Oh. What's going on? Let's see, let's just get them. Let's see, fisherman says hi. It says fishy things hi. 22 incredible people in and 111 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Hopefully today I'll push this over to 7.8K, folks. Hopefully, keep your fingers crossed. Let me send that up for you. Good. And again, thanks for manning that, by the way. I do appreciate that. That's the reason why I gave you the
If you notice, you were in blue today.
There are a lot more things you can do to support the channel than just buy stuff, folks. You can come in, view, enjoy, chat with everyone, relax, be entertained. That's supporting the channel. Yeah. Wow, that was just a hook. They were just so fast and the worms off. That nice bit right by the bank. And a few feet of water. That looked like a 7 or 8 pound grass carp, right? Like freaking. Because there, I look at this boat. There's a line, a little baby fly coming up the floor line. Constant row of about this wide, right from the floor line, about this thick. I think they're baby grass carp. You know, I've been very gentle on the carp down here, even when I've been catching them. I think that stuff paid off. We had a heck of a hatch this year. Mammy says, fisherman high. Mammy's about 42. 2 o'clock. And again, thank you so much for those reactions. It does help the channel out. People think just because I'm not staring into the cell phone that I'm not manning that chat. Without you guys, I wouldn't have a channel. You guys deserve to have the chat man 24/7. Keeping on pretty good there. Got him. We've got another little baby blue. Hey, we found the kittens again. Now look how fat this little stinker is. Sheesh. Man, this guy has been eating so much. But give it up. Yeah. Until he stops doing that flipping stuff. Because every time I put my fingers down, he's forcing those back fins down. And that's where they're razor sharp, right on the back part of it. Until he stops doing that, I cannot get a hold of him without having the potential of spinning the heck out of him. Alright, but still, hey, he's got the hiccups. He's been eating too much. Been eating my worms for freaking 2 hours. Cool little kitten, folks. Beautiful little guy. Awesome, my friends. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Let me see if I can switch you around without getting the fan too badly. You were good. That's a good little kitten there. Yeah. Hi, buddy. I like petting the kittens. They don't like being petted. Oop, yep. See, he's got the hiccups. Now let me get him back in the water. He keeps going to. Thank you. Thank you. That blue cat did. He had hiccups. That fish have the hiccup before. I put a piece of cut bait out for the last 20 minutes and haven't got anything on it. Worm over there I can bite. Ain't got enough worms left, but man, 2 rods. Gotta put cut bait on one of them. That's a good piece of cut bait. It's a nice belly piece. Got some guts in it. Gotta have a lot of freaking scent. Alright. Good. The black gas is like that chat. Seth Johnson, how you doing? SJO is in the house. SJO says SJO checking in. Babby says get him. Let me repin that. Let me repin that, kid. Thank you so much, my friend, for doing this. There you go. Slipping around these rocks, huh? See, Babby says, whoa. See, Seth says, hey, kid. It says, hey, Seth. See, Babby says, thank you, Seth. Seth says, hey. See, Babby says, Seth, hi. New touchscreen. I'm horrible. I know every time you get a new device, it's like, for the first week or two, it is, like, so frustrating to deal with. Like, everything has to be set up, and you have to change different settings, and even when you get it all the way done, it's still not exactly like your old one. Seth says, no worries. 18 people in and 112 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Yeah, she just, I don't know what it is. She just dropped like a couple degrees. All of a sudden, the wind just changed direction, folks, and it's blowing off the water a little bit now. And man, it's the first time since I got down here I stopped sweating. Wow, that's just incredible, folks. The difference, just a little bit of breeze off that water does. The kid says you're welcome. By the way, folks, don't forget to sub up to folks, you know. Make sure you check out their latest short feed. I don't care if you create one short feed a month or 3 or 4 a day like me. There's some interesting content out there. I check in on a daily basis on, oh boy, probably a couple hundred creators. See, I'm not only a content creator, I'm a viewer as well. Says you're welcome. That says no jokes for me. I'm not allowed to post. I got you, my friend. It's probably one of the reasons why YouTube has got that bug up there, Patutsky. Short feeds, no matter who creates them, YouTube's making money off. Every 4 swipes, they can put a commercial on. So that's the reason why they push short feeds, and they have been pushing short feeds for a long time. Because no matter what the content creator, no matter how many videos they have, they're allowed to put in a finite amount of commercials. know, not a whole lot. They like to stack up individuals that are monetized together. But still, you get the idea. And you guys can hear and feel that wind now. I'm getting a down on it. I did too. Got all bait off. Never fails, folks. You can find something that wants to tug at your line down here without putting a worm on the hook. Might be a whole bunch of drum, might be some big old grass carp, might be some channel catfish like today. Now that those guys have kind of moved along, now we're starting to get a few small blue cats. Probably some big grasses are moving in here too. The shoreline is just starting to get shaded into the water. And that means that all those little baby fry are, look at that. I wish you guys could see this. There's just a constant line of little baby fry in here. It's little like black tip. I'm guessing they're either grass carp or buffalo. They don't have any fins on them. Every time I try to go down there and grab one, they move away. So they're not dumb. Yeah, there's a big rock face here, folks. I know it looks like I'm casting in the middle of nowhere, but since there's a big rock over here, it's causing a big turnover right here. It's like on that slab that Justin used to fish, those behind those rocks. It's a cool little spot to fish. See Chaos Go, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Yep, due to span channel recording issues. Yeah, says thank you. Says hey Chaos. Abby says hey do. Says hey Abby. Abby says good luck. Bambi says hey go. Bambi says hi Abby, howdy. Yeah, says Bambi. Yeah, says Abby. Bambi with the cool goat emoji. 28 incredible people and it's at 118 thumbs up. That's just awesome, folks. And I'm so glad YouTube kind of woke up on the channel. Abby says, Sarah, you're welcome. Abby says, I'm doing good. God says, how goes the fishing, Mike? Pretty good. We've got 2 big channel catfish, a big gar, 4 freshwater drum, and 2 small blue cats so far. That's Kid. He's got that pinned in the bottom of the screen there. Yeah, those channel catfish were nice. One over 7-8 pounds and one about 2 pounds. That gar was a couple pounds as well. It's actually starting to cool off down here, folks. The wind's changed direction. It's blowing off the water now. It's gotten cooler. It was about 95 out here when we started. Just that little bit of breeze. Wow, that feels good. Abby says, awesome job. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Abigail. We're pecking on that cool spot. Been good today. Awesome to hear, Bambi. Always nice to have a good day. Now keep them in succession. Got a couple of good days going. Even better. Before you know it, you've had a good week. Got him, folks. Got him. Got him. Another little baby blue. Another little kitten, folks. Thanks. Ow, 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 ow. Watch the claws, buddy. Watch the claws. And they are good. Opening the tips of your fingertips. Got you. Here we go. It's another cool guy, folks. These guys are so beautiful when they're this size. I love them too when they get bigger, but man, these little kittens, they are just so pretty. Look at these guys. You never see anyone fishing for these guys either. You see them with people when they get 100 pounds, but look how pretty that little guy is. Dang, dude. He flipped out of my hand so fast. They're almost translucent. Look at that. Oop, ow, 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 ow. Yeah, watch he. I gotta get him back in the water. He's trying to claw me. See, we just went down. Look at us, folks. We just dropped a good, inch in a matter of minutes there. I don't know if she's gonna go back up. Wow, we went down. Fly, bother me. Fly, bother me. Helicopter. That's just the weather chopper. Probably driving flying over Highway 70 or something. Alright, my tablet's probably going dead by now. Yep, she went dead, unfortunately. And I had her up to 50%. Man, she just discharged fast. Sheesh. Stuff to go. Man. That poor tablet went dead for some reason real quick. I've done on a 30% charge. I've done a 3-hour live feed today. Barely lasted 50%. Barely lasted 3 hours. I guess I'll come back here in the back and do this. Ouch! It's hot. Let's see. Bambi says, "Wow." Let's see. Seth says hi. 18 incredible people in and 116 thumbs up. I think I'll try to make it to 3.5 hours. But that'll give us another 12 minutes in. Let's see. Bambi says hi. I'm with the #1 trophy emoji. So that'll give us about another 12 minutes. That'll give us 3.5 hours in. That sounds like a pretty consistent time. Just enough time to see if we can get another big one on. That bar rod's got cut bait on her, so she's got a chance of getting a big old gar or channel or blue cap. Even a flathead down there, that fresh cut drum. Yeah, that's just a news jobber. Circling around, going back over Highway 70. Now the 270 is backed up to 345, and 345 is doing quite well today. But stay off the Railroad 12s, because that is backed up badly. Whatever. You know what I mean. See Bambi with the thumbs up and the prayers. Bambi's laughing her butt off. Oh, let's see, Seth. Hey, Robert, what's going on? How you doing today, Robert? Robert says, what's up, brother? How are you? Doing okay today, my friend. Catching some nice fish. It's actually pretty cool down here on the river today. My dumb bud had to forget the top of the tripod, so I've got her strapped onto the very base of the tripod. So I have to be extremely careful with touching her right now. There goes another big old barge by. Those guys make some speed, don't they? I'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, a triple, a quadruple, a quintuple decker. I think that's, let's see, double, triple, quadruple, quintuple. Let's see, Baby says, doing great, Robert. Robert says, good, miss you, dude. Yeah, I know, Robert. We need to get out. By the way, you guys don't know, Robert and I, we fished together down here a few times. Yeah, there's a sandbar over here, Robert, to fish. It's in the sun. And I can't take that heat right now. Now, a nice cloudy day, I'll see, but as he says, appreciate it, Robert. I will get back to filming soon, hopefully. Awesome to hear, Seth, and I'm so glad you're feeling better, buddy. As he says, sorry, MVP. Thought he was talking to me. No, you're fine, Seth. Yeah, Robert, we fish for grass carp together down here. He actually likes to catch buffalo. The last couple we brought back, the meat was a little weird for him, so he stopped keeping them. I told him there are two species of buffalo. I think we got the wrong. There's soft tack and there's hard tack buffalo. I believe we got soft tack, which is a darker color meat. See, okay, cool. This is easy enough to do. Yeah, I've got a lot of friends around the city that come in and check in. See how the fishing's doing down here. Right now I've gotten 2 nice channel catfish down here. Those are awesome keepers. A couple smaller blues, some drum, a big gar. Show me your fritters.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Jose. Josie. How you doing today, Josie? I don't have any fritters. I'm not even sure what a fritter is. What is a fritter? Is that something you eat? Maybe put polish on and create a, I don't know. Jose, what is it? What is a fritter? You're leaving me up hanging. What is a fritter? Are those my toes? I don't know. Let's see, Bambi's having I don't blame you. I tell him what a fritter is, that government. And see, says yikes. I guess it'd be better stop saying it. Whatever it is. Sounds like something you would flip like a pancake. See, he's just laughing out loud. I don't know what that is. Let's see. Seth is, oh my god. I better just cut the end of that is part of the chat out. So UK, how you doing? UK asks the U.S. River. Yes, this is the mighty muddy Mississippi, my friend. Seth says, hey UK. How you doing today, my friend? We're down on the Mississippi River, down by the Arch in St. Louis, Missouri. Let's see, Bambi says, I don't know. It's food. As far as I know, yeah, like, yeah, oh boy. Let's see, UK says, get fish, my bro. Yeah, we've caught, let's see, 4 nice freshwater drum, 2 channel catfish, nice channel catfish, gar, and several small baby blue catfish. Temperature's about 90, 95 degrees out here right now. We got a little bit of a breeze coming off the river. Feels pretty good. Let me go over here and refresh this. We've got cut bait on the far right, and we've got worm on the close one. Yep, absolutely. Man, the little kids know how to cook off. That's for sure. Tell you what, over the years, I probably raised the catfish down here on my worms. Did 70 of these a day most of the summer. Majority of them know your bait. Now hooking them on is another matter. Our worms are about melting, so they're on their last leg anyway. This is usually when I've got my worms melted, when I wind up hooking something real big. But they're not stinging yet. They're just very, very soft. Very hard to get on the hook. Extremely gentle.
no way for me to keep these without dying free. And I could buy a ice and stuff and put them on ice. That's only going to keep them alive for another maybe half hour, 45 minutes out here. That's gas pretty far out here. It's about 7 or 8 feet deep right there. If you're new to the channel, we're down on the mighty muddy Mississippi River, about a quarter of a mile upriver from the yard.
Actually, they are starting to spill a little.
Yep, they are starting to get a little bit of a
Funk to them. Let's see, what bait you use there? Okay, the far rod's got cut bait on it, cut freshwater drum. And the close rod just got worm on her. UK says, I'm from Indonesia. The bait is a little different. Yeah, we use a lot of different types of baits here. Shrimp, chicken livers, cut skipjack, cut shad. Whatever's naturally occurring down here is what usually works for bait. You can pretty much guess wherever you're going to fish around the world. If you find some type of bait in that location, whether it be some type of insect or I don't know, seeds even, berries in some locations, I suppose, in the Amazon, that sort of place, guaranteed the fish are going to be eating them. Now, we do use artificials down here, inline spinners, crappie jigs, when the water gets lower, but she's just a bit too high to be getting fish on artificial baits because the water's she's still too muddy. They got to be able to see your bait to hit those artificials. See, 13 incredible people and 119 thumbs up. That's just awesome, folks. See, I often use chicken intestines. Yep, chicken livers, chicken intestines. It's a bit smelly, but I often get a lot of fish in the murky rivers. Yep. Chicken livers, chicken guts. There's a bite on the hook.
not pretty good. Got him, folks. Got him. Hey, a nice another little blue cat. Yeah, imagine these guys get over 100 pounds. I'm just sitting here feeding the little kittens right now, folks. Ow, 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 ow. Man, they have got like serious claws on them. They got them right in the nostril. Ow, 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 ow. Ooh, dude. Man, this little stinker is fat. Okay, he's been eating my worm for the better part of 2 hours. But I'm still using YouTube. Go back home, go grow up, and maybe tell your great-great-grandfather I'm here. Well, not your great-great-grandfather, your grandfather's fine. Get him cleaned off a bit. Yeah. Man, this guy's look like he's about to explode. He's been eating so much. Yeah, these guys get over 100-something pounds, folks.
Yeah, that is a cool little blue cat. Look at the belly on that guy. Man, he's been eating my worms. Jeez, dude, you couldn't have left something for the other fish? Ooh, dude. Beautiful little guy. Yeah, these guys are awesome, folks. Again, we've gotten several over 20 pounds this year and a lot of 8 and 10s of these guys. Now, I don't get the big, 100-pounders because I don't fish the river channels, but still get these nice ones. Look at that belly. Look at that little guy. Man, he looks like they're ready to pop. Let me get them back in the water, folks. Before he pops.
She ate it. Awesome.
folks. Yeah, we broke 10, folks. That's our 10th fish of the day. Sorry if my language is bad. I use Google Translator. Oh, no worries. I do it too when I'm on live chats in different languages. Let's see, 3 hours and 33 minutes, folks. T Bambi says, right exactly, HK. T Bambi says, hey, you're fine. Got new touchscreen. Yeah, she's still getting the hang of it. You know how you get a new a device, it's very frustrating the first week or so you've got that thing. You gotta work with everything. Get into the settings and change everything around to get her. You'll never get her right. It'll never be like your old one. I'm sorry, Bambi. It'll never be like your old one. Let's see. 8K says the catfish here have spines on the top of their spines or their bodies. One Tampa fever because of one. Oh yeah, the first couple times I got bitten by those guys, I got pretty sick. Now I've been bitten for a long time over the years. Let's see, Flava, how you doing, Flava? Flava with the membership only emojis. How you doing today, Flava? Seth says, hey, Flava. Let's see, Bambi says, yeah, we've been over 3 hours and 30 minutes, folks. I think we're going to call her. We've definitely caught some fish for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Yep, the 120th like, Flava. So appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just going to sit down here, relax, keep the cut bait out. It's not very exciting to sit there with the cut bait. It could take hours to get a bite, but that's just time I get to spend down here on the nice, cool river, away from the crazy old cities down here. Yep. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Guys, stay cool. I'm just going to have my old good luck. Stay safe. Oh, let's see. Bambi says, Flava says, doing well. All right. Hope to see you on the water, my friends. Keep doing what you love. Keep them lines tight. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great rest of your day, my friends. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye.